My name is Clyde Pikes III, better known as Trey. I am a minister in training at Union Cathedral. This moment to me is very bittersweet. Union for me holds a lot of great moments in my life, in my journey, in my walk of faith, in ministry. My parents and I came to Union in 2005, and it was a great moment for me to come to a church where it was dynamic and you could really have family fellowship. And so this moment, as we travel to greater and better things, it's hard to let go, but I know that we will create much greater memories in the road ahead. I look forward to fellowshipping and having greater times at St. Paul.
Is there any particular area of ministry that you see yourself being active in at St. Paul?
Young adults is what Pastor Butler and I have talked about. I was the youth minister in training at Union for a few years, and then stepped down after the passing of my mother. So coming back in, I have rejuvenated and come to the point where I think it's time to try something different.
What's the best advice you could give this greater church family for making this work?
The only thing constant in life is change. There's always going to be change wherever we are, whether it's at church, at work, at home. Something is always changing. Whether it's the kids, they are getting older, growing, learning new things, teaching the family new things, and the parents are doing the same to the kids. And you know, sometimes in order to get what we want, to get where we want to be, we have to make a change in ourselves and our own lives. And so we have to take that same drive of change, that same desire for better in our own personal walks, and do the same thing in the church. And so I think that if we keep our minds open and of course keep God first and in our daily walk, and you know, stay prayed up, I think that this will be, people will realize that this is going to be a lot greater than what we all can imagine. It's going to be, I really see some awesome things happening within St. Paul.
What do you think this means for the city of Dallas?
For the city of Dallas, I think that the historic cultural roots that are probably going to be exemplified in this change, I think that it's going to be, I just can't really even put it to words. I was thinking about this the other day and saying that, you know, we're coming into Union, and every Sunday I've been at St. Paul, it's been pretty packed, except for in the balcony. And once we get the balcony packed, we're going to be looking around saying, what do we do? You know, and I think that we all need to kind of brace ourselves because something great is really about to happen.
So it sounds like you're hinting at expansion.
I feel that it could happen quicker than we think.
Right.
Because when you mix in the wisdom and knowledge of the seasoned saints, as we call them, which in my view has been the majority of what St. Paul is right now. You have a lot of older generation in the church, and Union has some younger people. So when you mix the dynamics of the wisdom of the older generations and the drive and the tenacity and the energy of younger people, you really have a dynamic congregation, especially one that gets along and can learn together and grow together. And so when you get that together, I feel like you're going to get something really great when you have these two churches come together.
What would you say to someone who's seeking a church home right now?
Seeking a church home,
Yeah.
my advice is to be um, aware of what you're getting yourself into. Every church is going to have their pros and cons, as anything. Just like going on a job interview. You go on a job interview, this job pays well, this, that, and the other, but they may work you a little harder. This job, they don't work as hard, but they don't pay as well. So you're gonna have your ups and downs about going to visit a church home. But when you seek a church home, seek for genuine love and care. One thing that I can say about Pastor Butler being under him in ministry for almost 7 years now, and a member of the church for going on 9, is that if you need to talk to him, he makes himself available. If you need to counsel with him and his wife, they will do what they can to make sure that you're okay. They have a genuine care for people. They have a genuine care for children. I mean, they have their own children, so they care for other people's children as they would want somebody to care for their own. So they really love and care for people, and that's hard to find these days. Not necessarily in a church, but some churches it is hard to find, unfortunately. But it's the church families of Union and St. Paul are very open and welcoming and warm.
If someone were to ask you how to be the most effective Christian witness, what would you tell them?
Witness to what you know and what you've experienced. If you are a true Christian, you have your lifestyle, your walk of faith is going to touch somebody's life. You may not know whose it is. It may just touch one life. But if you've touched one life, you've done something marvelous. My journey is different from anybody else's journeys that's listening to this right now or watching this right now. But it's more than being a Bible thumper, knowing your scripture. It's more than going to church every Sunday or every Wednesday, but it's all about knowing who and what God is to you, what He has done for you. Each day that you open your eyes, you put food in your mouth, you walk on your own 2 feet, it's a day that God has blessed you, and it's a day to use what He has done in just those few things to help somebody who takes those things for granted.
What do you want your St. Paul family to know?
That I may not be able to do much, but if there's anything I can ever do, just let me know. I am open. I have my phone by me 24/7. I sleep with it right next to my bed. If I hear it, I'll wake up and get it. You can call me anytime or any day of the week, and I am all about this transition. If there is something that I've done, or something that I can help out with, again, feel free to let me know. If you need prayer, if you need just somebody to talk to, lean on, I'm more than willing to do what I can. I believe that it may take some work, it may take some time, but God has positioned this and worked this the way that He would have it to be. Things are flowing the way they are because it's a God thing. If this was done by just us saying, I think we should do this, and not have prayed about it, it wouldn't be going so smoothly. It wouldn't be going the way we wanted it to go, or the way we thought it would go. So I believe that with that, again, I'm open to suggestions. I'm open to helping, prayer, and the last thing I just say is just pray. When you pray day in, day out, pray for St. Paul, pray for the leadership, not just Pastor Butler, but all the other ministers and pastors and elders involved in this church and this transition, and any other leader in the church, because without them, this is impossible. Without you, it's impossible. So pray for yourselves as well, because pastor can only do so much if he doesn't have the congregation, the people of the church to help hold him up and walk behind him. He is the shepherd of this flock, and when we have a sheep in the flock go away, or try to go the other way, it's kind of hard to keep everything flowing smoothly. So just stay prayed up and do what you can as a Christian, as a member of St. Paul, to make this the best.
All right. Thank you.